And we begin tonight with new video released by the Phoenix Police Department showing body cam footage from two different officer-involved shootings. Thank you for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Troy Hayden. Both of those shootings happened on October 2nd. And 12 News journalist Bianca Bono joins us live in studio tonight. What are we seeing in these videos, Bianca?
Well, they happen hours apart from each other. The first involves a man who was armed with a knife threatening suicide. The second, a man who they say tried to steal from a woman at a Burger King who wouldn't comply with their demands. And we do want to warn you, some may find this footage disturbing.
But he did say that he's going to charge at the police.
It was October 2nd, just before 8 o'clock in the morning. A woman calling 911 concerned about her father.
I came because I dropped my daughter off with my mom before I go to work, and my dad's here and he's having a scene and he's being suicidal and he has a knife.
Phoenix police got to the home near 6th Street and Sunland. They were met by relatives.
He has a knife.
He has
a knife.
Has he ever done this in the past?
He has a violent past, but it's been years.
Then body camera footage shows the man armed with a knife come outside.
Hey, get on the ground!
I want to die, kill me!
During the confrontation, two officers first fire a less lethal pepper ball launcher
Get down!
and a less lethal 40mm launcher.
No!
Then two officers fired their guns. The suspect was struck and died at the hospital. Chief Matt Giordano spoke out at the scene.
The impact this has on both the employees involved as well as the members of the community involved is not lost on me. The impact is great.
He didn't know it then, but hours later, just before 7 p.m., there would be another officer-involved shooting in the city. In this case, which unfolded at a Burger King near 16th Street and Buckeye, an employee called 911 reporting a man stealing from a woman, and he appeared to have a gun.
I don't know if he has a gun on him. He tried to steal the woman's bike, but he's acting really weird.
Police arrived and started shouting commands at the suspect.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Lay down!
Then the man is seen getting up, trying to go back into the restaurant.
Hey!
That suspect, who was found to be unarmed, was taken to the hospital and survived his injuries. In addition to an administrative investigation, both shootings are being investigated by the DPS Major Incident Division and will ultimately be reviewed by the Maricopa County Attorney's Office. And these are two of 15 shootings involving the Phoenix Police Department this year. I know it feels like we've had a lot recently, but to put that number into perspective, it is lower than the past 3 years. In 2024, for example, the department ended the year with 20 officer-involved shootings. We're live in studio. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
All right, Bianca, thank you for that. A man has to be rescued off of Camelback Mountain today. He fell and injured his back. Fire crews were able to find the man and get him off the mountain. He was taken to the hospital. His condition stable. He was found roughly 100 yards from the Echo Canyon trailhead. And that rescue comes as the Echo Canyon Trail is actually closed right now because rangers want to check on big boulders that could fall and crush houses or people. Contractors are working to repair that trail on Camelback, probably one of the most popular in the city, after recent storms caused major erosion there. Some big boulders now are at risk of falling. We talked to some hikers this afternoon who were disappointed by the closure.
Pressing, of course. It's, part of your routine, that exercise.
We don't hike very much, so it was definitely kind of disappointing.
So the boulders now are at risk of falling as rain washed out sections of sand. You can see this area right here. Looks like a lot of that trail area has been washed out, and sections of sand and gravel holding those boulders in place have also been washed. So those boulders may need to be blasted away at some point, which would be an even bigger operation. So rangers say the Echo Canyon Trail will be closed for at least 2 to 4 weeks. New at 10, Peoria police have arrested a man they say shot a driver near the Loop 101 in Peoria on Saturday. Officers say 20-year-old Rudy Sanchez admitted to shooting at another driver during a road rage incident. The woman who was shot was treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Police say it took 4 days to track down Sanchez, who was arrested yesterday. He's currently being held on a $250,000 bond. A 28-year-old man who police say shot and killed his teenage brother and also his stepfather makes his first court appearance tonight. Officers say it happened during a family fight last night when they found two people shot at a home in a neighborhood near Bell and Cave Creek Roads, and one of those people did not survive. Police say the man shot his family members, then left before turning himself in about 20 minutes later. Investigators believe the shooting stemmed from an argument inside the home. That man now facing murder charges. New at 10, the state liquor department is getting a new grant to go after underage drinking, and it comes after a major bust a few months ago that made big news at a Tempe bar, where officers found more than 170 underage people being served alcohol. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly spoke with the state about what's going on. So what did you find out, Chase?
Troy, it's all outlined in this new report we got. It also said that this is the second bust at Tempe Tavern. The first one ended with 2 employees arrested for allegedly giving underage kids alcohol. This is what Tempe Tavern near Arizona State University looked like on a Thursday night in April. The problem, Tempe police say, is many of the people at the bar were under 21. According to the investigation report by the State Department of Liquor Licenses and Control, investigators made contact and arrested 174 minors who were at the bar. All faced various violations, including minors in possession of alcohol and presenting fake IDs. A problem Lieutenant Luis Zamudio with the Department of Liquor says is becoming more common.
It's very tough sometimes to really detect them. That's how good they are.
Tempe police showed us some have actual barcodes that can be scanned, but that doesn't mean it's real or undetectable, which is why Tempe Tavern was cited for accepting fake IDs, failure to protect the safety of patrons, and more. The report says in one case, the bar accepted a paper Arizona driver's license and a New Zealand driver's license. Now Tempe Tavern, in a statement on social media, said they did scan all the IDs that night, and the report confirms this. But it adds the high number of underage individuals and the acceptance of unauthorized identification indicate a significant failure by the establishment. It also said Tempe Tavern has done this before. 2 months ahead of this bust, there was another in February where the liquor department conducted a covert operation that ended with the arrest of 2 Tempe Tavern employees for giving alcohol to minors, failing to follow ID procedures, and accepting unauthorized IDs. Now the liquor department just received a $112,000 federal grant that Zamudio says will go toward undercover operations and prevention, not only for minors, but to bars to make sure this doesn't happen to them.
We want to work with the establishments and get them to understand the importance of this so we don't get any of consequences, not only to the state, to the establishments, but to these young youth.
Now, I did reach out to the owner of Tempe Tavern and asked if he wanted to provide any comment about those citations, but he declined. We're live in the studio. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
But 170 people in there. So they all had fake ID. Where are they getting these fake IDs?
From when I was talking with Tempe police a few months ago, right after this bust happened, they said that you can just go online and get them, and some of them are pretty realistic. I mean, they have that barcode on the back where you do scan and information does come up. But again, they say that's no excuse as to why bartenders and everyone can't still identify fake IDs. And in fact, the state is recommending that everyone at Tempe Tavern go through additional training to identify those signs of fraudulent IDs. Yeah, because you can imagine how expensive it is for some of these establishments who get caught doing this. You have to figure out how to scan those. If those fake IDs are that good. They're really that good, and when I was looking at some of them you can tell there's a little blurry where it says Arizona, or the names are a little bit blurry, or they feel weird. But then other ones, you would think that these are really real IDs. They're getting that good.
Wow. All right. Chase Golightly. Thank you, Chase. Government shutdown enters day 17. Newly elected Representative Adelita Grijalva from here in Arizona is still waiting to be sworn into her seat. And today, the House Speaker Mike Johnson went on CNN and talked about the delay.
Rep. Grijalva she should be working for her constituents. I don't know what she's doing. I keep seeing their political stunt videos and they're knocking on the door and she's not there. She should be in her office. She should be working or in the district for her constituents. She's already hired 16 staffers. She should be taking constituent calls. She should be directing and helping them navigate the crisis that her colleagues here have created for her constituents.
A Grijalva spokesperson says that 13 of her staffers have agreed to stay on her father's staffers. Remember, she took over the seat. Her father passed away. But they are locked out of their computer system and they lack the authority to do any work. The speaker's comments come as Grijalva posted on social media today, highlighting some of the things that she and her staff still can't do.
We got access to the office. Check out this super cool printer. I can't print to it though because I don't have a government email. So in the office, we have several desktops. They have an administrator passcode. I don't have that. Check out this cool stack of laptops. Guess what? I can't unlock them. Yes, I have access to an office, but it's kind of like someone saying, here's a car, and it doesn't have an engine, gas, or tires. I'm unable to have services in district. Democrats are here working. I'm here working, and I'm not even sworn in yet.
So as this delay continues, Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays reiterated today she is considering a lawsuit against Speaker Johnson to try to get Grijalva sat. However, as of tonight, there has been no lawsuit filed. Parents and students in the Kyrene School District attended the first of 6 public comment sessions to give their thoughts on the proposal to close not 1, but 7 schools. And an 8th school would be converted into a gifted academy. Parents we spoke to said they're worried the district is making too big of a change.
Because ultimately that is our goal, to really support our public schools, to support public education funding. And so if families do leave the district, that really just hurts our district in the long run.
Ultimately, we're trying to keep Kyrene strong, right? And the way that we see it to best do it is keep the schools that most fit what Kyrene is about open. And so we have a very strong community. We have great teachers, great students.
Being forced to move to another school would be difficult for my daughter because it's challenging to learn and adapt to new places, and change is hard for children. So I know they're resilient, but it's a good community there.
Yeah, we've heard about a lot of districts closing down schools, but 7 elementary schools is a lot. The next listening session is scheduled for Tuesday evening. The board's scheduled to vote on a finalized plan December 16th.